Okay, we hope you enjoyed Human Desire. I am back with Dana Delaney to talk about it. So, talk about it, Dana.
Okay, my favorite scene, another Gloria Grahame choice moment, is when Glenn Ford comes and says, I didn't kill him. And to me, it's her most honest moment because she goes, what? Why not? You know, it's so like, what? Finally, she could let it all go and say, what? And then she moves into the room and says, you know, I couldn't do it. So she moves into the room. She says, you couldn't do it. You couldn't kill him. And she walks behind this lamp and she puts her hands on top of the lamp, which is so strange.
It is weird,
Who puts their hands on top of a hot lamp?
Someone with cold hands, I guess, but...
And she says, I guess it's only people like Carl that can kill for something, you know, they care about...
For something they love.
They love, right? But I can only imagine that there was light coming up, he wanted it across here, and it's like, I'm not going to have that uplighting on my face. And so she just put her hands on the lamp. And did the scene like that. I think she was like, you're not going to shoot me like that with that light coming up my face.
You know, Gloria was pretty headstrong, you know, which got her labeled as difficult by a lot of directors. I know that Fritz Lang, there are stills that you can see of Fritz Lang directing the beating scene where he's showing Broderick Crawford how to do it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be at all surprised if maybe that scene was shot after the one we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And he got in a few licks.
Yeah.
Just on, you know, for the hell of it.
Yeah. But that last scene with Broderick and Gloria, where we can say he kills her, right?
Yeah.
I find that scene fascinating because I think that she is honestly who she is in that scene. You know, she's done with him. You know, I'm done with you. I'm sick of you all. And when he starts to get on her and she says, you know, about Mr. Owens, you know, she says, you know, yes, and I would have done the same thing if I was a man. You know, the fact that he slept with her when she was 16. And I thought that was really interesting. I feel like there was some truth to that. Men can get away with that. You know, it's all about men have all the power. And if I could have gotten away with it, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. And
I just feel like, yeah, that's really true for her character. You know, she had no agency whatsoever, no power.
And wasn't it interesting in the first scene where everything is set up, when Carl comes home and he's been fired, and he starts kind of naively saying, you know, you can get me my job back. Yeah. You can get it back.
And he's so whiny.
He's so whiny. He's such a child in this scene, and she understands exactly what's being asked.
She knows what the consequences will be.
Of course, but I find it unusual that the film, they were very careful to not suggest that Carl knew that he was sending her there to have sex with his boss. Right? Like, oh no, that's not what's happening. And like Gloria plays it like that's exactly what's happening. And that's what this is about. Right? But she seems to be the only person, not only in the film, but in the entire production of the film, that seemed to realize that's what this is about.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fascinating.
And I think as an acting choice, it was so brilliant of her to really lay that on in that opening scene, that something had happened in the past, that she was a victim in some way, so that anything she does from there on is justified, because she was victimized, you know, so anything she does, she can justify, you know, because she's the victim.
Well, I'm going to do some shameless pitching now, because this is the Noir Alley magazine, which everyone who belongs to the Film Noir Foundation, who donates to the Film Noir Foundation, gets a copy of this magazine in digital form, but now it's available in print form. And I am showing this because our next issue has a cover story on Gloria Grahame, written by this woman, Dana Delaney. And it is fantastic. It's one of the... I am so proud. Have you seen it? Or I kind of surprised you with it.
I love this cover.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
And Dana, you provide such insight into Gloria's career and looking at it, well, we call it actor to actor, and just an understanding and an insight into these movies that I think is really special. And I think TCM viewers would love it because it's a really a look inside the brain of an actor, one actor to another. Like, I'll bet Gloria was doing this. I bet she was thinking that. And I can't look at these scenes in her movies the same way now, thanks to this
hope that's a
article.
good thing.
No, it's better. It's better. I mean, it's such an enhancement. It's like, this is really good.
Well, I want to thank you for letting me do this because this was my pandemic project. Besides watching, when I finished this, I started watching the Alain Delon movies. But and I got to see movies of Gloria's that I'd never seen before, and that was, I mean, I have now seen 45 things that she was in,
Wow.
including television shows, and I love her in every single thing I saw.
Wow, that's well, it comes through in the story. It's really remarkable. Well, Dana, I am so sorry that this night is over,
Me too.
but we have a surprise. You're not getting away. Because Dana will be back with us in 2 weeks when we will show another Gloria Grahame movie, The Glass Wall. Now, next week, we're showing an obscure film from 1957 called Hellbound. I bet you didn't see that during the
No, I
pandemic.
did not see it, but I look forward to it.
Okay, you'll be seeing it next week on
Right.
Noir Alley. And then 2 weeks from now, Dana will be back with us for more Gloria Grahame and The Glass Wall. See you in the shadows.